Hi, I'm Daniel, and I recently rewatched Lion King, and it's still amazing. That's been heard before. My favourite characters are Timon and Pumbaa, who show the movie's great comedic violence as well as being an entertaining duo. They also have one of the movie's best songs with the motto Hakuna Matata. It means no worries for the rest of your days. The movie itself goes on to show the flaws of that phrase when Simba needs to confront his past and remember who you are. It isn't as merchandisable for Disney or Hakuna Matata. Knowing worries didn't work for Simba's character arc in the movie, it seems a bit unfair to dismiss it all just because of that. This will be a different video on my channel, but I discuss the pros and cons of the philosophy of Hakuna Matata. But first I'll discuss some of the origin. I recently found out the original version of the song was called Warthog Rhapsody. It is available in storyboard form in the extra section of Disney Plus and it's on YouTube. The song is about how you should live like a warthog and get by doing nothing, and it has some similarities with what we ate to know as Hakuna Matata. Song sounds great, but when the music was later used for That's Why I Need from the Yankee 1.5, and that's an underrated song. So you can tell it's not there yet, I need to elevate it to a better fitting song and philosophy. The phrase Hakuna Matata is more memorable and iconic, and a great song does need to be sung extremely well to be memorable. It's slower and easier to sing along with, the contrast of a Be Prepared in the Circle of Life. That shows the Yankees' great variety of music. Time skip with them continuing the song is good. Hakuna Matata may seem to work as a concept, but worrying too much isn't good, but can't go too far. Thing to mention is Yankee 1.5 has Rafiki be the one who told you to moan. This is important because Rafiki is shown to be a trusted source of wisdom. Pumbaa just knows that it might go back to Warthog Rhapsody of it being a Warthog thing. However, the Yankee 1.5's canon stat is debatable because it implies I Just Can't Wait to Be King is one day after the Circle of Life. And this one scene in the climax doesn't work with 1.5 canon. Detail isn't going to matter too much, just shows that somewhere was an idea that Rafiki came up with it. Philosophy means no worries for the rest of your days. To live in harmony sounds good when placed in the real world, it is very applicable. Civilized society has high living costs requiring work and worrying is a natural emotion. Hakuna Matata could mean to reduce situation that would cause worry, but also could be seen as holding back or ignoring worries, which isn't healthy. Without worry or inhibition, that could lead to worse things happening. Fear does exist for a reason. Looking at Simba, he used the Hakuna Matata as a coping mechanism. Mufasa died right in front of him, and 5 minutes later, the movie is singing a fun song. It was a dramatic experience to think he was responsible for his father's death, though he wants to ignore that happened and his whole past. That is not what he should have done, as Rafiki says he can either run from it or learn from it. But that look on a t-shirt, Disney. Simba needs to go to Giant Scar and confront his problems. His case is an extreme one, and when he said Hakuna Matata to be revealed king, Timon and Pumbaa find that strange. For Pumbaa, I think Hakuna Matata makes sense to find a place where he's not ashamed. Going by 1.5 logic, Timon was the outcast from his people and left. They met each other and Hakuna Matata thrived. It can be a good phrase, just not always, which is fair. I got to guess for some situations where it doesn't work, but it really depends on a case by case basis. Conclusion, I hope you enjoyed the discussion on Hakuna Matata. It was a random thought I had and made into a video that's more experimental. Recent rewatch reminded me how amazing The Lion King was. This is also my first Disney video in a month, which is weird. There's the new movie Strange World coming out later this month. I'm unsure on how it will be, but we'll have to see. Also, next video, I'll get to review a movie I don't like. And I knew I had to make a video about it eventually. Consider pressing subscribe for that and more videos about animation. The end.